you just never know what washes down the river, especially when houses are built on it. So I'm gonna film this, taking my camera with me, and you can already see the road. I mean, it looks like Hulk. I drove by that. Looks like Hulk just upheaved the pavement. And getting outside of Boone further and further, it's like freaking pits, like crazy. But I don't know if anyone's walked down here to the swimming spot since all of this has happened.
It's gonna hit the pool though right here. Holy. It just ripped it in half.
I'm okay.
My car's gone.
I'm okay. It's okay.
The everything's gone. It's all gone.
It's okay. It's okay.
Are your parents okay?
They're okay.
Was anybody in the gym?
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, you're okay.
I mean, it was literally like you were stuck on an island, and I just didn't know what to do. There was no leaving the house at that point.
Russell says she watched from her window as cars and RVs floated by. Then she heard part of the house collapse.
When you start hearing that, it's almost like a movie. It's just, and then the front door, the water pushed it in, and it pushed in the back door, and within 30 seconds, it went from the ground to neck level.
Russell says she and her dog floated on a mattress in her home for nearly 8 hours, hoping to be rescued.
It's like you go from this scariest feeling and place to almost peaceful, because it was like you were already so scared, and your body's getting cold from being in the water, and you're getting sore from just shaking from being in the water, and it's just like your body almost goes numb. And
it wasn't until 6 in the evening when Russell's husband, David, was able to reach her.
And the minute I seen him, I thought this is my only chance to get out. And so me and the dog took off down the front yard, but the currents were so strong that I only made it maybe 10 feet. And I had to yell to them like, I can't walk anymore, or it's going to take me.
Russell considers herself lucky. She made it out. She knows others weren't so fortunate.
Well, this is where I used to stay. Table's still there. Grill. Old Blackstone. Dock. A little bit. House is gone. Holy crap, the mud is so deep. It is insane. Gone. Our house sit right there is completely gone. It's gone. Gone. Off the map. That part of the dock still stayed. This is insane. Look at the dock on top of that one. Oh, my feet are stuck. This is wild. Lots of work to do around. Probably dangerous in here. Oh, yeah, pretty bad. Camper's jacked in here sideways. We had it tied to the pole, and it was still tied with the hose pipe. These other houses are just piled up on top of ours. Like everything piled down here. It's wild. I did salvage one thing, my glasses. So these houses, this is our neighbor, and that was us. So like that house is piled. This house come from somewhere. It's wild.
But did it get flooded?
No. I think it
still standing, but it's been full of water, so it's ruined.
I said there's 3 or 4 places in front of him. I can't even get over there. He said him and no way. Fucking way. The other guy said, he said that thing right there, he wasn't the man back. Holding a no weight buoy. Down here in the lake, what he said, that concrete with that bucket. Oh, yeah? Yeah. He said he put the 2 buoys up down here, no weight buoys. No way I'll be riding that way.
The mud. The only thing is my glass. I got a good pair of glasses in there, in that thing right there.
Whoa! Holy
This is video Robert Jarvis took last Friday as water started to rise outside the Tennessee plastics factory where he worked.
Within like 3 minutes, it went from here to about here.
Despite the threat of flooding, Jarvis says his manager initially told employees they could not leave. He says it wasn't until the plant lost power and the water kept rising they were finally told to go home.
What were the conditions like? It was water was up about my waist, and everybody was in pure panic mode, not knowing what to do. We're looking for instructions on how to get out of here. We have no evacuation plan whatsoever.
6 of his co-workers are missing after a truck they were in tipped over in the raging floodwaters. 1 employee has been confirmed dead. Others say they survived for hours by clinging to these yellow spools manufactured at the factory until they were rescued, according to local reports.
Innocent people that shouldn't have died. I mean, these people were like my family. We worked together every day, and it was senseless.
In a statement, Impact Plastics said at no time were employees told that they would be fired if they left the facility.
The fact that the company has said that no one was told they couldn't leave.
That's a lie. That's a lie. They just left us to die.
5 days after the flooding, and family members of the missing were furious today, demanding answers about the search and asking whether they could even join the search themselves. But officials say it is far too dangerous, and tonight at least 1 major highway and several roads remain closed. Nora?
Manny Bajorquez with that powerful interview. Thank you, Manny.
We hear the helicopter. Here it comes. Somewhere right here. There it is, right there. Right there. Get you some of that. How freaking epic is that? Absolute devastation. Chimney Rock, North Carolina. Monday afternoon. That power line right there. Watch. You see that car that went by? Yeah. That road is not accessible once you get way up there. That road goes way up on the mountain. And that gentleman that y'all seen me in the first video where we were dropping supplies off the other day, because I posted 2 videos of our supply drop. That tall guy that towered over me in that video, well, that gentleman also lives on this road. That gentleman gave me a fucking hug. It made me feel small because he's so damn tall, but he gave me a hug and he was in tears. He was crying, thanking us. That man has driven his 4-wheeler all around these fucking mountains to get to people that can't get out, to help them and bring them supplies. There are a shit ton of people at the top of this fucking road right here that still cannot get out. They cannot get out. They are stuck up there on the top of the mountain. Now, they do have shelter, so they're holding tight, and people are running them supplies and having them check in. It's a beautiful thing. It's painfully beautiful. It's bittersweet. But people don't fucking realize. And you want me to disrespect the fuck out of these victims by forcing them to get on camera just to appease whatever fucking thoughts you have in your head? No. If I can get into the major disaster zones before I leave here to get shit together to make my second run up here, I will. But I do not mind taking the time to listen to their stories, their testimony, and their experience. Why would I disrespect them and make a mockery out of them by putting it all on camera? Most of them don't want to be on fucking camera right now. Most of them just want a little bit of love, compassion, and fucking help. Y'all keep that in mind before you start making your senseless and selfish fucking demands.
Guys, I want you to look at this photo. This is just how bad the flooding and damage is in North Carolina. And tragically, this was the final photo that was taken of these people that you see in this left side picture. These were 2 grandparents along with their grandson before they were swept away and unfortunately killed just minutes before. This was the last photo that was ever taken of Mike and Nora Dry as they were sitting on the rooftop of their home in North Carolina as they were surrounded by raging floodwaters. And this was while they were waiting on rescuers to arrive. The picture was taken by their daughter, Megan, who lost both of her parents that I showed you in that picture a minute ago, and then her 7-year-old son pictured here, Micah. This is a picture of beautiful Megan, and she, like I said, took the picture of the rooftop and her parents and son up there. They had all climbed on the rooftop of their Asheville home as the house was slowly consumed by storm waters. Her parents were in their 70s, and they were just dressed in regular clothes in this picture, wearing coats, and they had a backpack and a couple of blankets to try and provide some comfort up there. Now, Megan's sister, which would be Mike and Nora's other daughter, said that the four of them were sitting on the rooftop watching 18-wheelers and cars just floating past them, literally, as they were waiting to be rescued. That daughter's name, who shared that on Facebook, is Jessica Dry. She said that in addition to watching that, part of the house that they were sitting on was literally across from them. It had come apart because of the waters and flooding. They reportedly called 911, but unfortunately they were not the only ones to be rescued, and there were calls before them. Jessica stated it was definitely a moment when faith was all they had. Now, the married couple in their 70s, Mike and Nora, like I mentioned earlier, along with their 7-year-old grandson, which was Micah. As I said, Micah was Megan's 7-year-old. They all ended up tragically drowning except for Megan. That was when the roof collapsed that they were sitting on. It eventually gave way due to no longer being able to withstand the force of the torrent. Jessica, the daughter that posted on Facebook, said she can't convey in words the sorrow, heartbreak, and devastation that they're all feeling and the pain that they're feeling. I can't even imagine. So Jessica, of course, lost her parents and her nephew, while Megan lost her parents as well and her son. Now, Megan actually did, as I mentioned, survive the collapsing of the roof. Reportedly, when the roof gave in, Megan became trapped in debris, and that was as her loved ones were swept away by the water. In this case, being pinned literally saved her life. She went to a hospital, and from what I know and hope, she is physically okay. But of course, she's suffering immense heartbreak because of the loss of her son and her parents. The family lost everything, and reportedly Mike and Nora and Micah have not been found. The last I heard, they had not been. So far, there have been 35 deaths reported in Asheville alone. But as of Monday afternoon, there was like a total of 120 that were reported, deaths in all of the Southeast. That would include both of the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida and possibly Alabama. I don't know if there were any deaths in Alabama. And hundreds are still missing. So this is completely devastating, and these pictures show that. My heart and prayers go out to all of the families who have lost loved ones. And to those who have not been found yet, I pray they're safe and they're found soon. If you have a particular story of somebody missing or a loved one you would like for me to post about and share about, please message me and I'll be glad to do that. For more content, don't forget to hit the follow button and to visit my website at www.truecrimewithmegan.com.
That's pretty high, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Do you make sure the car doors are unlocked, right?
Flying high over the mountains of western North Carolina, this National Guard crew scoured the landscape, which seemed swallowed by the river. A scene repeated across the state, where rescue operations continue 5 days after the storm. In the small town of Burnsville, we watched as the National Guard rescued this woman, the first of 7.
All right, the clear signal was given. The person is now being hoisted.
Then troops were sent on another mission, nearly 60 miles south in Hendersonville, where 3 survivors were clearly relieved and grateful to see the helicopter land.
How are you feeling right now?
Grateful to be alive, grateful that everyone is safe, and trusting that everyone will make it through this.
The North Carolina National Guard is also delivering food and water to people who have waited days for relief.
We're working together to open more major routes to push supplies forward while repairing roads, utilities, and communications.
In Irwin, Tennessee, the owners of Impact Plastics say 5 employees and a contractor are missing after trying to escape flash flooding. For some of those rescued today in North Carolina, this baseball field became a home base to regroup and begin to recover.
I figure I could do more for the community by being on the outside. So that's kind of where I'm at. It was stressful, but not the worst experience in life.
Tell me what concerns you most about the community. It seems like there's still people there.
They need more supplies. They desperately need fuel.
Not every one of those rescues the National Guard did today had a positive outcome. Some of those missions turned into recoveries for those who did not survive. Nora.
Lilia Luciano, thank you so much for your reporting.
For people who ask why don't you lift your house or why isn't your house built higher, so this is my neighbor's, soon-to-be neighbor's house that is being built on the same body of water as my house. You can actually see my house right through there, so we're literally neighbors. And after the flood, you can see that this house is looking pretty good. So these are the block, I guess, stilts, you could say. Ours will have breakaway walls instead of these open areas, so it'll feel and look more like a garage underneath once the house gets raised. I believe this area, these people had about 3 feet of water because their land has also been elevated from where my house is. So that's why ours has to go up about 16 feet instead of 12 feet. And this is what we will end up having, which is going to be much more practical, safer, and resistant to floodwaters. So as you can see, nothing here really has to be renovated or demolished or anything. This is the way to do it, and this is the way we are doing it now in Florida. So anything that is on the water does have to be built up. I believe it's 13 feet depending on where the ground level and sea level is on the ground. So you can see how excited we are to get this done with our house and why we're hanging in there and not cutting and running because it is a really, really beautiful place to live every day.
And here's another thing, people are trying to figure out why we can't get there. The only way there is through air. Roads are destroyed. There's landslides, mudslides everywhere. Safest way and the only way we can get there is by flight. Not that many helicopters. Like, I think right now we have like 10, but you gotta think how many people are missing. Like, there's a lot of fucking people missing. And there's certain things I can and cannot say just because, but take that into account. There's a lot of people missing and it's day, I think 4 or 5. I have sleep deprivation. I can't fucking think. But it's been a couple of days. People were without food and without water. I think you can only go 2 days without water. And that is if you were healthy. Not if you're a child, not if you're an old lady or old person. Keep that in account.
Hey guys, I want to put a major trigger warning on this video. There's discussions of loss of life and it's graphic. The Hurricane Helene disaster in Western North Carolina was 1 week ago today. I'm talking to people at the Yancey County Fire Departments, and this is firsthand information and includes quotes. I'm going to try to say it in the calmest way I can because it's really difficult for me to read this on the note that I wrote down. There are 4 reefer trucks full of dead bodies. That we don't have numbers on total losses of life, and I don't even know how many people fit in a reefer truck.
A reefer truck can hold 52,000 pounds.
There are 4 reefer trucks full of dead bodies. Small country fire departments are managing this effort. Country fire departments that operate off flip phones before this event. They are pulling dead bodies still out of the river. 5 bodies were found yesterday in the New Deal area. Legs are sticking out of the brush. 1 body was found on Claremont School Road. It looks like a nuclear bomb went off. Arms are under boulders. There's no places for these people to live because they can't set up temporary houses on mountainsides, and everything else is full of silt and wet or ravines or sinkholes. I'm having trouble even getting money out there, although it'll be resolved by the end of the day, because the bank has a sinkhole in the parking lot. A quote says, "It looks like a nuclear bomb went off. Don't know where to put the temporary houses." This is one of the coldest areas of Western North Carolina. One winter I did some work out there and it snowed almost every day I was out there. The question she asked me was, how do we get shelter for these people? So many pets have drowned, cows, dogs, farm animals, but people are bringing in hay and food. Yesterday, 10 people were rescued off the side of a mountain. And as soon as they were rescued, the mountain collapsed in a mudslide. So there are still active mudslides out there that are a huge risk to people. Kids are coming out of brush piles and creek beds saying, "Where are my mom and dad?" That's a quote. I have the GoFundMe in my bio. I'm getting wiring information for the fire departments. I'm getting money to these people as soon as I can. I'm keeping track on a spreadsheet. I'm going to release where I'm sending the money and how much for total transparency. I'm a nurse practitioner locally. I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner locally. And I just really hope you can help these people. So donate if you are willing. Share this video with your friends. Share this video with the news. Share this video with powerful people who people listen to. This community didn't have resources before. Such a hardworking, fantastic community. A lot of people out there lived in trailers before. The trailers are gone. When I used to work out there, I would bring medication to people and people wouldn't have running water. This was before the incident. This is generational poverty in many areas, not the whole county, but many areas. I remember going into a home where 2 little old ladies didn't have any heating oil. So a natural disaster hitting an area that struggled with resources and poverty before is just devastating for these people. I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens of families have lost everything. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for your time. They are so incredibly grateful, and I'm going to keep sending updates as I have them.
Hey girls, I hope you're doing all right. I was just checking in. I have not stopped crying for you guys. I'm so sad. I'm so sorry. I hope you're safe. We're trying to bring more supplies and bring a big trailer with gas, water. If you have any specifics, please make sure you share, and we're going to do our best. But just know, I'm weeping with you, girl. I love you. I hope you're safe.
This was a picture of one of the sheets someone spray painted on. SOS, 20 plus people trapped up here. It's the street that, you know, we drove through just the night before to get to the Airbnb, and it's completely covered.
So you thought you escaped and that happened. Well, I came to my storage unit to see what I had left. Other things that I put in storage now, I kind of regret that I put them in storage. Brand new TV that's never been taken out of the box, among other items that were brand new that were never taken out of the box. But you know what though? All that stuff can be replaced. The story I'm about to share with y'all right now, warning, if you're sensitive, what I'm about to share with you, you might want to keep scrolling. I'm standing here at the storage unit and the man told me that a man and his pet dog was found floating, or inside this trailer, should I say. Let me show it to you. If you can see that trailer back there in the woods, his body was found along with his pet dog inside that trailer. That's heartbreaking. So the little stuff that I've lost ain't nothing compared to this guy. But they gave him warning. They told him to get out and he refused to, and that was his fate. His body was found in that box. So right now, a lot of us has been affected by this hurricane. And I mean, when it comes to material things, we can get all those things back. But people really don't know that wasn't in it. You know, we like to watch comfortably when we see disasters like this all across the world from our homes, but not knowing the devastation and the people that were hurt behind everything that they lost, but more importantly, lives that can never be replaced. And once again, I had insurance on my thing, so when FEMA pays them, whenever that is, we'll get paid. But once again, family, y'all stay up out there, be blessed, and if you're still seeing this video right now, you were one that was still in the number that the Most High decided to leave and give another chance. Bless up. Zion.